Hello, everybody. We're coming to you live from Epcot here at the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. If you guys joined us last week we took a look at topiaries found over in the front part of the park. Now we're going to go to the back part of the park. Like we kind of talked about last week, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be breaking this up into two different episodes. We're going to do halfway around World Showcase today, and then at a different time, possibly next Saturday, but maybe not. We'll be doing the other half as well. So I will let you guys in the chat room decide. We've got a few people that are watching this says. Would you like to go starting in Mexico or starting in Canada? And whichever one you don't choose, that's going to be where we go next time that we do this live. So I'll give people, whoever the first person to throw in the chat room is, you'll be the determiner.
Hey, stop.
Canada, okay. So what we're going to do is we'll start in Canada and we'll make our way over to the American Adventure. And then next time we will start in Mexico and make our way up to Italy. Side note, if you want to get a really good picture here, go back to that area right there. Zoomed in lens, Goofy, monorail, Spaceship Earth. Amazing picture. I'm going to try to get that later on. I hung out here for about 15 minutes the other day, and it ends up the monorail is down. So I missed the opportunity this year, but I've got it in the years past. So let me know in the comments, have you guys ever been to the Flower and Garden Festival before? If so, what is your favorite topiary? Now they do switch up the topiaries quite frequently. So you joined us last week, you saw the Encanto one at the entrance of the park. Today we're going to be ending with the Tiana one. Besides the Goofy one, our first one's going to be coming up here in the Canada Pavilion. Where we will have Bambi, Flower, and a Thumper from the film Bambi. The park has been very crowded today. So I was walking over, and when I got here around 12:15. And I figured, okay, this is perfect. I can hop on at least one attraction before I do the broadcast at 1 o'clock. And everything, like Figment's line was a 30-minute wait. Seas with Nemo and Friends was a 30-minute wait. So I was like, oh, this could be an awful day. So I hopped in the Disney and Pixar Film Festival next to Figment. Making our way up to the first one here. This is one of the things that drives me crazy about the festival, though, is there's like people who sit right in front of the topiaries. Bambi here. And Flower and Thumper. Not bad. These three have been at the festival pretty much every single year since it originally debuted. They spent some time up in the actual little rose garden, or not the rose garden, but the little garden area, which we're actually be heading to right now to see another few topiaries that were added this year. And then they've also been over in the butterfly garden area because the butterfly scene is a very famous scene from the movie Bambi. You remember back in the 1980s, McDonald's used to have these toys for Bambi when they did a re-release of Bambi, and literally all the things had like a butterfly in some way, shape, or form, or with the characters. Next topiaries that are here are going to be brand new this year. We've got some Canadian geese. Not the coolest topiaries, but a nice little addition. Yeah, they added the Bambi in. For a long time, it was in this area, and they added this little wood structure here. And ever since they added to the wood structure, they've been like confused on where to put Bambi. So Bambi's been in different spots every year for the last few years. Let's keep on making our way. We're gonna head over to the UK Pavilion. UK Pavilion probably has the most topiaries of them all. We've got a total of 3, 8, 9 characters, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. I might be off the character. But 2 of the characters would actually be kind of aligned together. Unless he actually added a different section, which I wasn't thinking about going over to today, but maybe we'll go over there today. Because they kind of have a little history of topiary section inside the UK Pavilion as well. These people take their pictures first. From this side here, we got TikTok Croc for the 1953 film Peter Pan. And then on the other side, these are those little pictures. Oh, they're just standing in front of it. On the other side here, we got Captain Hook along with Peter Pan, also from Peter Pan. Look at them. I love them. Alright, so that's the first 3 from the UK Pavilion. We're going to make our way to the other side here. And take a look at the next 5. Did I say 9 or 8? I might have said 9. I thought I said 9, but I think I might have said 8. It should be 9. Alright, next up in the UK Pavilion, we've got characters from Winnie the Pooh. We got Eeyore. And then back at Eeyore, we got Piglet there. We got T-I-double-R, Tigger. Winnie the Pooh himself with his little balloon. And finally a rabbit there as well. So before we head to the last character that's in the pavilion, let's just take a look back here real quick. So something that they decided to add this year is a little history lesson about the history of topiaries. And this we can kind of come back here, you can see what the original topiaries actually looked like. If you came to Walt Disney World anytime between 1971 until about 2011, 2010, 2010. Um, you probably have seen the one. This is going to be the original Mickey Topiary. You can see it's very much cruder looking than what we have today. And then over here, we have one of the elephant topiaries. Now, these elephant topiaries used to actually be found by Peter Pan, or not by Peter Pan, by Dumbo, over at the Magic Kingdom before Dumbo moved from its original location to where it is today over in Storybook Circus. So around you would have about 4 or 5 different elephants. All of them are in different poses. Some of them had like balls on their nose, but this was the one right at the entrance. They also had the same topiaries found when you would enter into the Ticket and Transportation Center. So they used to have like a giant hill there. The hill's still there, but you used to be able to go right next to this hill. And on top of the hill, you would have a group of topiaries. And I believe they were all elephants. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they were all elephants. I've got a picture of myself and my brothers with them from like 1986. Another one of the things you can do here is you can do a tea tour during the Flower and Garden Festival. Alright, but we're gonna head over here to our last character before we head up to the France Pavilion.
And then I'll look at the map, okay, babe? Oh, do you want to go see Tito? Nacho. You want to fly in front too,
We have Tinkerbell, if you look around. All the different fairy houses here that they would use with different things that they would find around, like a teapot in this house here. There's a roller skate back there. The Tin Man's got a little cute area. I like it. I've always found her to be a very cool topiary. They've enhanced her this year though too. Okay, we're gonna make our way up to the UK Pavilion.
Well, you can look on this side.
At the UK Pavilion, we got a total of 4 characters that we're gonna see. This is gonna be the one where in the past they've kind of gone through and they've had more and more kind of disappear throughout the years. They've added a lot throughout the years, but they've also taken a lot out throughout the years. So they used to have it so when you entered into the pavilion, on the right and the left hand side up here, and I'll point it out when we get by there, they used to have it so you could actually go by Cinderella and Prince Charming and Princess Aurora and Prince Philip. And then they were like the most basic plain topiaries, not very good looking at all. Those eventually would disappear when the Beauty and the Beast live action film came out a few years ago. So when the live action film came out, they decided to get rid of those ones and they added in new topiaries of Lumiere and Cogsworth. And Lumiere and Cogsworth have been there every year since then. In addition to that, a few years ago, after they announced Remy's Ratatouille adventure coming here to Epcot, they added in a Remy topiary. And that was actually a year-round topiary. It originally debuted during the festival. And it stuck around for years and years and years. And then at the end of the last Flower and Garden Festival, they got rid of it. And after they got rid of it, it has not come back this year for this festival. So, unfortunately, no Remy this year. We also have a Mickey and Minnie topiary right down here. Got the entrance to International Gateway. I keep on forgetting that's down there. So this year we have Beauty and the Beast along with Lumiere and Cogsworth. They're going to be our 4 characters that we're going to find here in this pavilion. I was hoping that maybe they would move Remy to like the back to the pavilion over by Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, but sadly that did not happen. Alright, so our first characters here. We got Lumiere and Cogsworth right here. As the kids would say, Lumiere's lit. And then in the middle of the pavilion, we have one of my favorite topiaries of them all. Probably the most detailed, well, maybe not the most detailed, but one of the most detailed topiaries. Which is great, because a few years ago, they had Belle and Beast here, and Belle had no face, and Beast was extremely detailed. To that side here. Isn't that amazing detail though? So yeah, Beast has always been detailed since they added him in, and Belle had no face and no, like, you could just tell it was Belle because she was with Beast. It was the most basic, plain topiary in the history of topiaries. Alright, we are gonna make our way towards our next pavilion. Our next pavilion is gonna be Morocco. Unfortunately, we do not have a topiary inside of Morocco this year. We do have a little spice garden on the right hand side. In the past, they used to have a really cool Aladdin topiary, and I keep on like hoping that they're gonna. Oh, there's Aurora. I've seen her on the TV. So they originally had a Aladdin on a magic carpet topiary, and they eventually got rid of it when they added in the restaurant here on the left-hand side of the Spice Road table. Actually, when they added in Spice Road table, they got rid of like my favorite section of, one of my favorite things inside the Morocco Pavilion. They used to have this really cool little display on the left-hand side here, where the restaurant now sits, and it kind of showed you how they would able to get water in the desert. And it was right here where all these different pillars are. But in the middle of that, during the Flower and Garden Festival, they would have Aladdin on top of the magic carpet, and eventually they got rid of it when they put the Spice Road table in, and I was so bummed. And I'm still bummed. I've eaten at the table once, or the Spice Road table once. I think it's okay. I like the other two restaurants inside of Morocco better. So we lost a really cool area, and we lost a really cool topiary. Make the move, make the move. They used to have a crowd. It's kind of weird that they don't have anyone watching right now. We got two topiaries left on our tour today. Our first one's going to be at the Japan Pavilion. The Japan Pavilion has gone through several topiaries throughout the years. I think the most unique ones have been Lightning McQueen and Tow Mater from Cars, well, specifically Cars 2. They were added over there when Cars 2 debuted back in 2011. I want to say 2011. So when Cars 2 came out, they decided to throw them in here, mainly due to the fact that they actually had it so, you know, Cars 2 went to Tokyo. In addition, that year during the festival, they had a really cool Cars. It was like a scavenger hunt throughout the entire festival, where you were essentially helping Mater do some spy work and run around the entire world. But then in 2019, I want to say, maybe 2018, they added in this dragon here. I know I say the word dragon weird. It's my Wisconsin accent coming out. But I love the dragon. I think it's such a cool dragon. This year they add a little bit more to it with the different flowers that are actually on him. It's a cool photo op too with Spaceship Earth in the background. But overall, really, really cool. We're gonna head to the last topiary of our travels today. And also, I'm gonna add my favorite topiary, Princess Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Now, in addition to the Encanto characters in the front and the Canadian geese over in Canada, this is going to be our final topiary that was added to the festival this year. Like I said, it is Princess Tiana from the Princess and the Frog. She had never been in topiary form before, but the details of her are amazing, and it just kind of makes sense having her as a topiary with the green dress. So this is going to be found up here in the American Adventure Pavilion. Throughout the years, the American Adventure Pavilion has been home to many different topiaries. It's typically been home to topiaries when a new movie will come out. So this is where all the Toy Story ones debuted when Toy Story 3 debuted back in 2010. It's been where the Muppets ones debuted when the Muppet movie came out. But here we've got Princess Tiana in all her glory. I do like we've got the lily pads on the ground here, the magnolias on the side, and then Tiana right in the middle. But this is where we wrap up today's broadcast. As always, thank you everyone for joining us. I hope you guys enjoyed our walk around this part of World Showcase. Like I said, we will go around the other side of World Showcase in a future broadcast. As always, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you've not checked out our brand new YouTube video, it is a YouTube video of the front row of Tron. So make sure you go check that out. Give it a like, give it a comment. And if you've not already given this video a like, give it a like. Every like is greatly appreciated. So until next time, I hope everyone out there is having a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious type of weekend, and we'll see you all a little later. Bye-bye.